Hello, welcome back to our second part of today's sessions. And first of all, we would like to introduce you the master programs in biodiversity. And again, we would like to invite Yvonne from International College Professional Office to introduce us this program. Hello, Yvonne.
Hello, guys. Hi. Hi. This is Yvonne from International College Provision Office, and today I'm going to give you a brief introduction of our master's program in biodiversity. And today I'll be the presenter. And next, I will just share my screen with you guys. Okay. Okay, first I will show you today's topics. Okay, here is the topics that I will cover today. So from our program, and then to how to apply our program and the scholarship, and also the last part will be the Q&A section, which we might be able to invite our professor to be online with us, and he might be able to give you some response or feedback if you have any questions. So here comes to our master program in biodiversity. Then first, before all the introduction, I would like to start with a little bit background of our beautiful island, Taiwan. So as you can see in this map, Taiwan is an island country in East Asia and surrounded by sea. You can see there are a lot of seas in Taiwan. And the climate ranges from tropical in the south to the subtropical in the north, and struck by an average of 4 typhoons each year. And also the highest density of high mountains. So for instance, like the mountain and Snow Mountain, or like Kilai Mountains, those are the mountains. They are all over 3,000 high, and there are more. So with all the various vegetation and abundant diverse resources, Taiwan makes a home to a diverse range of wildlife. Therefore, it comes to our program, our master's program in biodiversity, and in short, we just call it MPB. And in this program, there are 2 main focuses, which will be the biodiversity science and biodiversity conservation and sustainability. So under these 2 concentrations, the curriculum will follow the 2 core modules and provide courses to lead students acquiring educational knowledge and practical experiences. So we emphasize the practical use of academic knowledge, and therefore the field work experience and enterprise internship are provided. And in the future, there might be more information, and I will show you a quick glance of our website. And those are the courses that we might be able to offer you guys. And you can see down to the card. And here are the courses that you might going to have in the future. And those are the topics that our professor might cover. Okay, so you can see more information on our website. But for now, the courses, they are still under confirmation. So we will have more details in the future. So back to our slides. So you can see in these slides, there is a fieldwork experience and enterprise internship. So on the left-hand side, this is our Professor Wang. He leads of his students to Hehuan Mountain and do some field work or some they need to research like assess the or they have to collect some data, like from the mountains, and they will have visits on like different mountains. Maybe if you enter our, if you have this opportunity to this kind of field visit, and there's still our Professor Wang. He leads the intern, Dr. Cecilia Cole Botanic Conservation Center. So he's in the middle of the picture. I don't know if you guys could just identify him, but he also leads the student to finish the there. So if you, Sam, if you join our program and if you becomes one of his students, you might also get it to join a internship in conservation center. So here comes to our graduation requirements. So there will be, before you graduate, you have to finish abilities and oral defense and a minimum of 20 credits, and which will include 9 in core and 15 in elective courses. Then you will get the Master of Biodiversity. So here, you might want to know what kind of financial aid, what kind of scholarship that we might be able to provide our students. So there are basically, it will be 2 parts. The first part is the NTU scholarship. So the first one is the for college and for the program. So it will be, you might have like 50 or 100% of the amounts of our tuition fees if you are awarded with this kind of scholarship. And the second one is only for a Latin America and Caribbean project. So those are the entitlements and the qualifications that you will have to meet if you want to apply this kind of scholarship. And those NTU scholarships, they are with our program application. So if you want to apply this kind of scholarship, you have to do it on our online application form, which I'm going to show later. So the third part is the governmental scholarship. So you can see like governmental scholarship means that you have to apply this kind of scholarship to our government. Like the first one is from Ministry of Education, Taiwan scholarship, and the second one is Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So if you want to apply this kind of the documents, the deadlines, you have to look up to the website of the local Taiwan represented office, and they will have more detailed information. Because based on different country, they might have different guideline for you guys. So here comes to our how to apply. And then I will show you a little bit a glance on our application system. So if you enter the application system, you just need to, click the apply now, or you might just log in, or you can address and you can just create your accounts in this application form. Okay, so I just randomly choose the date of birth, but you have to choose the correct one. So this one is the nationality of your parents. So I just assume that all of your parents are they have the foreign nationality. So here you are eligible to apply as the international students. Then you just go next. Yeah. So you just finish the survey that our OI may want to click. Like others, you could choose like info section. Yeah, that would be fine. So here comes to our online application form. So down to the financial status, there is one is like, do you wish to apply NTU scholarships? And yeah, here, okay. So if you want to apply NTU scholarship, like for the college, for the program, or even for the Caribbean project, you just need to click yes. And then you will see the, like, back to our slides. On the left-hand side, you will see, your system will be like this. And all the sonas means that you finish all the uploading and you finish the application form. And the next one you have to do, just submit your application. So here that one is pretty much about our program's introduction. And here I want to add one more information for you guys. It's the Chinese courses that our university provides international students. They could learn Chinese for free for 1 year. So you can see from the charts, there are 3 different types of the Chinese courses that you can take if you want to learn Chinese. So the general one is for the student that never learned Chinese before, and the enhancing one is for the student they have already taken the general one and they feel like, ooh, I want to learn more about Chinese. I want to have more practice hour on this. Then you could just also take in the enhancing one. So just as you know, although the course is with credits, but it will not counted as our elective course credits. Here is the take-home message for you guys. So the program and the NTU scholarship deadline will be on February 25th, which will be 1 month later. So if you want to apply our program and the scholarship, you just prepare all your documents and ready to log in your account and create one, and then uploading all the documents and submit. Okay, and the second one is a governmental scholarship. It usually will be from February to March, but just like I mentioned before, you have to look up the website. They will have the exact date of the application deadline. So on the right-hand side, it will be the online application system, like the one I just showed you. You can also find it on our the website of Office of International Affairs. They have this kind of entries, the application system that you could click in. And the last part is the contact information. You could just email the questions to our mailbox. Our professor already online, but if he hasn't, we might also give you some feedback on your questions. And yeah, so okay, just wait a moment.
Thank you, Yvonne, for the presentation. I believe we also invited Professor Juneng Wang to join us online for the questions and answers session.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Professor Wang. So maybe can we invite Professor Wang to share some features or some specific features of the program?
Okay. This biodiversity program, I must say, just like Beyond mentioned in the introduction, we have now at least we received more than 14 student application, and also we already, and at the first stage, we already admit some of them their entering application to enter this program. So we want to provide students to know the tropical diversity. Particularly, Taiwan is in subtropical to tropical region. So we have the course designed for training the student can manage the ecosystem. So we will teach you how to evaluate the ecosystem. The ecosystem service, what we call, is, for example, if the forest, how much it is cost. So you know how value it is. So you can persuade the government or persuade the people that the ecosystem is important. From this application field, working on biodiversity evaluation and ecosystem service, the basic is fundamental. So in our program, we also have we call biodiversity fundamental course. That means you have to have basic ecology training, evolutionary biology training, and field work training and internship as well. So this course help you to get to know the real biodiversity. For example, I've been to in Taiwan, we have a conservation center. In Taiwan, you come to our program, you can have an internship to the Tropical Species Conservation Center or zoo or endemic species center as well. So basically, you have a basic training for biodiversity, but also you go to with our program, our lecture. Okay, so we also have a this basic training. The basic knowledge how to do the ecological survey as well. Yeah, so roughly like this. So I'd like to open up if anyone want to raise question. Yeah.
Okay, yes. I think we have some questions here. Maybe we can have answer the first one. Asking about the maximum and minimum credits you should take in each semester.
Okay, the maximum and minimum credit actually that follow the university rule. So I couldn't remember really. Yeah, but basically this is the rule is just to set up. If you don't take up at least minimum credit, they don't think you are really enroll in what's the purpose you enroll in this program. So maybe more than 3, I guess, minimum credit, 3 or more. That usually for minimum credit, I would say usually it's for the last few years. Okay.
Professor, I know what is the minimum and the maximum of the credit that they can take. So the maximum credit will be 20.
20,
They can take up to 20 credits if they want. And the minimum will be they have to take at least one course.
One course, okay. So, one course, yeah. Not necessarily 3 or 1 or 2 or 3 credits. Yeah. Okay, if you can take, but I don't think the master degree student can take 20 credits. Probably 9 to 12 is enough. Yeah. Yeah, you can discuss with your advisor. That's more important. What kind of course you need to take.
Okay, and for the second question, I think maybe Yvonne can answer as well.
Okay, so if you, due to the COVID-19 situation, that you are not able to provide the latest English proficiency proof, that you could, if you are not able to provide the proof due to the external factors, you should explain the reason and combine it with the certificates that you currently acquire and then upload to our system. Yeah.
Okay,
I hope
thank
this
you.
answered your question. Yeah, thank you.
For the third one, is it possible for students to take courses of different disciplines outside the department? If yes, do we have to pay additional fees?
Okay, I think we discussed with this question before. Um, uh, because we have a course, if you take the, for example, our, let's say, I mean, for the requirement course, if you already taken that, you want to take extra course from different discipline, certainly you can take, just like the previous question, as the maximum per semester is 20. Okay, and if you do so, do we need to pay for that? That usually our program already paid the major fee. So if you want to take extra credit for different discipline, again, you can mention to our office. We need to communicate with that professor as well, because that professor may not design their course especially for our program. So you might just join their program. So we have to notify them and let them know first you are coming. And if the professor you are interested in, the lecture you are interested in, welcome or allow you to go there, and he will let us know, so we can then process you to do that. So usually not need to pay for that, but usually the criteria is whether the lecturer of that professor allow you to join their program, their course. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Professor. And maybe we can move on to the questions. Fendi asks, will be eligible to apply if no prior related training, education related to biology, ecology?
Oh, okay. Doesn't really matter. Although it would be nice you have biology or ecology training. We also provide the basic ecology and biology course. And again, NTU is a large university in Taiwan. We have all these kind of basic fundamental course. You feel free. You can also go to those undergraduate course related to biology and ecology. So build up your discipline here. So basically, no training is okay. Yeah, I feel no problem. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we see Shanti is asking for the application responses for the first round application from here.
Oh,
and
Ashanti, we just wrote you an email. Have you?
Yes, I think you could wait until this afternoon. We are going to announce
Okay,
the
okay.
results today.
But Professor Yuan, please check your email, because one of the advisor you mentioned, you want to go to her lab. Professor Yuan Xiaowei already wrote you an email and with attachment to me. So please respond to that email. Okay, Ashanti, please.
We look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
And for another questions for the GED, we have response at the last session, but we could invite Andrew to add on again.
Okay, so about GED, well, this is not about this program, just for GED in general. So yes, we do accept GED for bachelor, but we will accept it on a case by case cases. So meaning that in general, our government allows GED students to come to Taiwan for bachelor degree. As long as your certification are accredited and eligible to go to apply for college on your own country. So if you plan to use GED to apply, then please contact us directly and tell us that you want to apply as a GED student and upload your relevant documents to our application system. Then we will do a review and let you know the result.
Thank you, Andrew. I hope you have the answer to your questions. And to add on, I think Ashanti also asked another questions about the internships.
The internship, yeah, okay. Ashanti mentioned to students undergo internship during the semester or during the holiday. That can be arranged because internship can be discussed with your advisor and also the program and the internship company or the institute. So doesn't really have a fixed rule for everyone. Once you discuss, you have a free time during the semester or during the holiday, you can go to internship. Usually, I would say internship in summer and winter vacation. So that allow you to have a full length, for example, 2 months or 3 months in that internship institute. So easier because some of the institute is not in Taipei, so you have to travel for half day to go there. So it doesn't really make sense if you go every weekend. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, thank you, Professor Wang. So I think this will be all the questions we got for now. So and it will be the end of introducing this program. And we thank you, Professor Wang, and thank you, Yvonne, for the fruitful introduction. And should you have any questions, you are just feel free to email them if you have further questions. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please come and let me to introduce you to the beauty of Taiwan, please. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
And we will catch on later for the next program, Biotechnology. Hello, welcome back. Now will be our time to introduce you the master's program in biotechnology. And we have invited Professor Lin and also a Vietnam student, Phong An, here to share with us about the program. But before we start, we will share with you the video introduction.
Dear international students, it means hello in Taiwanese. Welcome you to Institute of Biotechnology, or IOB, of National Taiwan University. In this short video, we would like to briefly introduce to you the essence of our institute, including a quick introduction of IOB, our professors, different laboratories, and their research direction. Introduction. This institute has been established in August 2006 and began to enroll PhD students since that academic year. From 2014, international students can have the chance to enroll in master programs at our institute. Why IOB? The mission of this institute is to provide great research in teaching environment for the following fields that match the direction of our national policies: bioinformatics, nanobiomedical research, tissue engineering, and regenerative medicine, genomics, and proteomics. Our outstanding faculties have got extensive research experience abroad and have thus formed strong international collaborative research teams. In addition, since the establishment of this new institute, we have been involved in integrating interdepartmental and inter-college teaching and research resources in the fields related to biotechnology. This power has been catalyzed further by introducing training in law and management. Our research and teaching resources have been provided the best incubator for the PhD students to become tomorrow's leaders in both biotechnology industry and research communities. Implication of logo. DNA is at the center of life. Many studies on life science or development in biotechnology depend largely on unraveling it. Genomic approach thus forms the intersection core among the three fields of plant, animal, and microbial biotech in this institute. The microbe in the leaf indicates plant-microbe interactions. The woman head represents the animal and medical fields. The boxes are symbolic for microarray results and represent the bioinformatics. These symbols linked together indicate cross-disciplinary researches that are flourishingly developing in this institute. The logos look like a flowering plant or a plant with a plentiful seeds, indicating this institute will be highly productive in publication and biotech invention. The logo also looks like a beautiful angel flying in the sky and going into the infinity, suggesting biotech is the key leading to the environmental sustainability. The logos consist mainly of two colors. Red is symbolic for our passion and ambition in pursuing excellence in scientific research and for human welfare. And green indicates our mission and responsibility to the environment, protection, and the best beyond. These logos were designed by Professor Shi Shun Lin. Our professors. Currently, we have 9 full-time professors and associate professors. Their research topics cover a large area of biotechnology with application of cutting-edge techniques, including plant biotechnology, animal biotechnology, microbiology, bioinformatics, nanobiomedical research, tissue engineering, and regenerative medicine, genomics, and proteomics, to name just a few. Besides, we collaborate with several professors from different universities and academic research institutes around Taiwan and abroad. This advantage broadens the students' chances to experience different working environments and provides for a variety of job opportunities. Good professors not only guide you in your research, but also guide you in life. If you are looking for one, IOB is the place for you. Microchip Laboratory. Microchip Laboratory uses high throughput platforms, microchip, NGS, or next generation sequencing to find biomarkers that can be applied in biology or biomedicine. In order to achieve this, we integrated the wet lab experiment, whether using animal mode, or mice, or cell, or cancer cell mode, to verify the results obtained through biotechnology and analysis in the dry lab bioinformatics section. Use analysis to understand how to integrate many experimental data and construct many databases to achieve systematic analysis and presentation. The laboratory has also developed many new tools. In the experiments, the previously discovered biomaker was used to verify its function in cell mode and animal mode. Microbial Biotechnology Laboratory. In Microbial Biotechnology Laboratory, they focus on protein and structural biology, expression of probiotic expression system, and mycotoxin detoxifying agent. Applied in Food Microbiology Laboratory. Professor Cheng Quan Chen is the head of Applied in Food Microbiology Laboratory. He received his PhD degree of Agricultural and Biological Engineering at the Penn State University in 2010. He has more than 15 years of research experience in the areas of microbial, bioprocessing, and fermentation. His research interests are food biotechnology, fermentation, biomedical materials, cosmeceuticals, and gut microflora. Flower Biotechnology Laboratory. Professor Chen Jianqi and his lab are currently working on plant defense, bioenergy, and molecular biology. Laboratory of Epigenetic and Development. In the field of animal biotechnology, we have labs of epigenetics and development. Professor Xiaoping Lin focuses on using mammalian and chicken germ cells and stem cells as materials, study the role of epigenetic regulation in cell fate determination. Laboratory of Reproductive Biotechnology. Another professor that's working on animal mode is Professor Li Ying Sung from Laboratory of Reproductive Biotechnology. Her project includes animal cloning, nuclear reprogramming, embryo biology, embryonic stem cell biology. Laboratory of Immuno-Oncology. Dr. Xu Han Yu is an assistant professor in the Institute of Biotechnology at National Taiwan University. With more than 7 years of academic research experience at the Johns Hopkins University, 4 years of industrial experience, and the first 2 years at the National Defense Medical Center as an assistant professor, Dr. Yu has been focusing on applying her expertise in transitional medicine and molecular pathology to studies of precision medicine, the potential role of microbiome in lung carcinogenesis, immunotherapy, and immune components in the tumor microenvironment. Laboratory of Microbial Ecology and Functional Engineering. Professor Chi-T Liu is head of Microbial Ecology and Functional Engineering Lab. He studied environmental microbiology and received his doctorate degree in applied biological chemistry at Graduate School of Agricultural and Life in the University of Tokyo. He worked on plant microbe symbiosis when he was a postdoc at Biotechnology Research Center in the University of Tokyo. His research expertise is on agricultural biotechnology, environmental microbiology, and microbe-plant interactions, symbiosis. His current research projects are as follows. 1. Development of multifunctional PGR, agents, phototropic bacteria, biocontrol bacteria and their applications in fields and plant factory. 2. Exploring the molecular mechanisms of plant microbe interactions, especially those for plant growth promotion traits and biological nitrogen fixation. 3. Characterization of the roles of type 4 secretion system under vegetative and symbiotic conditions. Lab of Plant Molecular Biology and Virology, or PMBV. PMBV Lab is under the guidance of Professor Shi-Shun Lin. One of the research interests in this lab is to study and review the mechanisms of interaction between pathogen, probiotics, and plants. To address this research interest, the various approaches such as big data of bioinformatics, microbiology, biotechnology, and molecular biology are all being used. These findings provide novel information and knowledge for our labs as well as to the world, helping us to create innovative ideas like designing a new drug for plant diseases or novel biologics for promoting plant growth and defense responses. Interested in learning more about IOB? We invite you to keep exploring our website and get in touch with questions about our values, academics, community, and more. Join us today. We are currently working on a video introducing our institute. If you are interested, please do check it out after February 28th on our website. job.ntu.edu.tw. For more information, please check out our website or contact us via email ntubiotech@ntu.edu.tw or phone number at +886 233 66 6000. We wish you all the best on your future endeavor.
Okay, now we would like to invite Feng An to share more about while you study the experience, maybe some impressive features about the institute.
So hi everyone, I'm a Vietnamese student and I'm in my second year of master's program at IOB NTU. Um, I have been here for 1.5 years and I have learned a lot from my professors as well as from my lab mate. Um, if you are just newly graduated from university and you're looking for further opportunity to pursue biotechnology, then you can take a chance to study master degree here because here, firstly, you have a chance to learn all the fundamental techniques you need. For me, it is my molecular biology. So I have a chance to do many experiment, and also I am not afraid of making mistake because in my laboratory I can have a chance to uh, do it until I learn it. And also I can learn a lot from my lab mate and also professor always so kindly guide me through every mistake. Do you have any question?
I think for now we still haven't got some questions. Or maybe you can talk about what do you like the most about the university or about your lab or about the institute.
For me, firstly about because I like Taiwan, so um, it it feels so comfortable for me to be here in Taiwan when I surrounded by friendly people, have good culture, good food, good friend, and good professor. So that's the first thing I like about being in Taiwan. And NTU, we have a good network of international students. So here most people can use English, so it pretty easy for us um, to merge into uh, the
The environment
yeah
and
the
the
environment
different
yeah,
cultures.
and also have a chance to meet a lot of international students. Also have a chance to exchange my knowledge and also learn Chinese. I pretty like learning Chinese.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe Professor Ling will like to add on about maybe your laboratory or some features for the program.
Okay. So for IOB program, actually we cover the animal science, plant science, and the microbiome science and bioinformatics. Actually, we are cross field. So the students in the IOB, we are not just only started that you, for example, for is learning about the plant, but you also have the opportunity. You can able to touch the different field, for example, like bioinformatics, or also you will learn about some skill knowledges for the animal. So actually, those of the things is to try to prepare the students who are interested in going to the biotechnology field. Yeah, in the future. That because the bioinformatics, biotechnology is a cross-talk field. Yeah, you need all kind of the knowledges for doing those of the development of the new technology. Yeah, and also in our institute, all the class was teach by using the English. So that's why we do not have any language problem for the communication or for the teachings. So which is very suitable for the international student to join us. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Maybe we can have question now. Diana is asking, what are your future career paths? Do many students study masters also stay for PhD? Maybe what's the ratio? Do you know?
Uh, Actually, I I don't really know the ratio, but I can say that about myself, I choose to first I before graduate I have two choices, either to stay or continue to find another country to pursue PhD or go into the industry. But for me, I would like to because I would like to get more knowledge, and I feel that I can learn more from Professor Lin. So I consider to stay for PhD as in my second year of master degree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So usually do the students need to find an instructor before entering the program?
You could you prefer to find an instructor before entering the program, but it's fine if you haven't found any professor or instructor before you enter. It's okay. Like for myself, I contact Professor Lin after I arrived Taiwan, and I have the interview after my first day of my first class.
Okay. And for the last questions, for PMBV, is it all right if the student don't have any big data or statistics background?
No, actually not. You don't have to lots of a background because nobody know what is the big data is. So just
Okay.
join, and we are seeking the way to understand what is the big data of in the biology. Yeah. So this is the unknown area. So nobody need to know what it is. You just join it, and you just need to. You will be trained, for example, by programming, and also do some statistic analysis, and all the data skill you have, then you are able to start into processing the big data. Of course, we processing the big data not just using your laptop or personal computer. We use the supercomputer to perform it.
Oh.
We have all kind of research in the NTU course, and if necessary, we also will using our national grade supercomputer center. We use the supercomputer to perform the big data. That also done in our lab as well. So you don't have to need to have any data. You just need to interest to work on these kind of things. So it's a very welcome.
Okay, so yes.
Yeah, I would like to say that the bioinformatics fields in the future it will be it's uh, as, like more and more people will want to learn this field because it will become the evolution in a next 5 to 10 years. We already have a lot of evolution in different fields, but for the DNA, it's still something mysterious to us. But scientists now thinking that we might be able to solve the puzzle by using the big data.
Okay, so apparently NTU has lots of resources that you can have. So feel free to join the program if your background is not related as well. And I think this will be all for today. So thank you very much for Professor Ling and also Feng An to join our session. And we will see you soon at the next program, Genome and Science Systems Biology. Okay. Okay, welcome back to our next program. It's Master's and PhD program in Genome and Systems Biology. And here we would like to invite Professor Ding and Professor Zhu here to introduce more about their program. And we will now to invite Professor Ding to do the presentation for us.
Okay, so welcome to join us for this short introduction for our program. So our program is Genome Biology and Genome and Systems Biology degree program. So in this program, actually we focus on the systems biology analysis. As shown in this slide, you can see a lot of our faculty members focus on different aspects of studies, from genomics, transcriptomics, proteomics, and metabolomics. But the whole study was focused on specific biological questions using large-scale data analysis, computational skills, and also systems studies, for example, molecular modeling. Then using a variety of different approaches, we try to address questions regarding how living organisms sustain and also how they react with the environment. So in this program, we have, it's a degree program, have master training program and PhD training program. In both programs, we treat the student pretty similarly, but I will explain a little bit for the next slide. Thank you. So in the graduate student training course, we have core course. So the core course is pretty heavy for the first semester. Both PhD student and master student were trained together. So during this core course, we try to introduce different technologies, data analysis, and how students might be able to combine all of them together. So we pretty generally separate into the wet lab technologies analysis and also dry lab analysis. So in this two-part, student, no matter whether student coming from biology background or from computational background, they will be, given the general principle or general guidance for each different field, and also try to train students to read the upfront journals and recent articles and try to identify their study direction and also work with their professors for their thesis work. Then in addition to the core course, we also have student seminars. So student seminars separate into two stages. The first stage student seminar were given by invited speakers. But the invited speaker not only to talk about their own research for an hour, that's the typical invited speaker seminar. But in this setup, we have 3 weeks program for each speaker. So in those 3 weeks introduction, we have a faculty member work with students starting from beginning. We'll introduce the discipline. So when we, for example, if we invite a professor who is specialized in genomics, then our faculty member will introduce this field briefly and also introduce the invited speaker, his educational background, the work coming from their laboratory, and the current focus of this particular invited speaker. Then for the second week, when the invited speaker arrived and they'll give lectures, usually the lectures were 1 or 2, then students can interact with the speaker and talk more in depth about their research field and their research interest. And the third week, we'll ask the speaker to provide 2 papers coming from their research group. Then student will read those 2 papers and also present the paper, leads the discussion. So every invited speaker will have this 3 weeks routine. Then hopefully student can not only listen to the lecture itself, but also understand, the entire field and also some of the updated unpublished data. So during this process, students not only participate in listening the scientific talk, but also read specific papers and also practice in their sort of like a presentation. And the second stage of the GSB seminar, students will talk about their own work. So that's often starting from the second year of their either master or PhD. So they will do things like a progress report, but more, not only to their classmates, but also other faculty members. So they will be, they should be able to organize their talk in a way, talk to, people from different disciplines. Then other than that, for PhD program, we emphasize the student has to do interdisciplinary research. In this interdisciplinary research training, we ask students to do at least 2 lab rotations. And those 2 lab rotations will often happen during the first year coming to NTU. Then the 2 lab rotations, we also ask them to do at least 1 more emphasized laboratory work, which we call wet lab. And the other one is more on data analysis modeling. So each student for their first year, they have to know both disciplines quite well and also work with their potential advisors, work like looking into potential direction projects and try to combine the 2 areas together. So this is to help every student, every PhD student trained from this program, they will be able to communicate with biologists, computational scientists, and also in their thesis, they can cover both directions as well. Of course, we know students probably only can be the best on one specific area, but the training is to help they're not only good at their own discipline, but also they have the skills to communicate with scientists from different disciplines. So that's the main purpose for these 2 rotations. After these 2 rotations, student has to decide their advisor. And once they decide their advisor, then they will be able to, focus on their research and try to complete their research. But during this process, we also have sort of like a proposal hearing, like an examination, but we treat it more like checkpoints. So in this checkpoints, students need to talk about what they would like to do for their PhD thesis and why this is important. And also, the written proposal has been able to evaluate by 3 other faculties other than his thesis advisor. So during this process, students get more training on how, sharpen their ideas on their thesis and also how they present their work. And sometimes students also prepare preliminary data to convince the committee members this is sort of a good direction. They will be able to finish the work within a reasonable timeline. Then in this program, we also emphasize students' professional development. We have courses specific designed for this. During this course, all the scientific skill was provided by our faculty member, and they will talk about how students might, work on starting from scientific activities, work on their proposals, how the proposal structure might be, and how they do presentation as well. So we encourage, this is an elective course, but we encourage all our students, to be able to participate in this one. And during their study at NTU, we also emphasize variety of opportunities for them to either present their work as a poster or talk about their work in front of all faculty members and students. The other thing we consistently working is the mathematical modeling. So for the modeling course, we have a small module, like a 4 to 5 weeks module within embedded in a core course. So we have one faculty member lead student to work with a specific data set and do modeling. So through that course, actually students all feel quite good with that training course. Then we also have a summer short course emphasize again in mathematical modeling. So that course, we invite Professor Arthur Linder from UC Irvine to come. Then he will work with the students, start from very simple questions and all the way to simulation. So through the course, student can not only learn the computational skills, but also building models and look at how a variety of parameter change will change the overall outcome. So through that practice, students get more sense about how modeling can help scientists to understand the molecular details or molecular dynamics within the cell. So this is something in our like a training course we try to emphasize. Next slide. Okay, so this is just to show you our seminar, some of the posters we made for previous speakers. One thing I haven't talked about is we have student nominate invited speakers. So every year in the fall, starting from the first week, we'll announce to new students, talk about how we want them to form a group, try to understand how, like try to invite scientists all over the world coming to our program. Then before they nominate, they have to sort of like talk about their proposal. So students will form small group. Each group will nominate 1 or 2 scientists. Then through the introductory process, they will talk to their cohort about the scientists and why they think this is a good speaker for our program, and also convince others this is the one they would like to invite. Then after the presentation, students will nominate and also vote. Based on their like a ranking, they will start writing letters to scientists to invite them to Taiwan. And also faculty member will help students to work on the fundings. So we'll support the funding from our program and also from Academia Sinica. Next slide, please. So the other thing special for our program is we have, every year we have a GSB retreat. So during the retreat, of course, scientific activity is the big part of that. So majority of students will need to present either a talk or a poster. Then we encourage all students participate in these events and talk to their friends and the lab members and also other students in the same program. Other than the scientific program, we also have interactions among faculty and students during the evenings. Usually that's the time we talk about career development, how we might be able to set up our mind or set up career directions, and how well a student can do, or what are the skills students should acquire. And or if they're wondering how a faculty life would be or how academic life looks like, faculty member will share with them about how they decide to apply the job and also what will be the requirements for job application. So through those activities, students not only know their own work, but connect with the real world about scientific training and the next step after they graduate, where they should go. Are they going to, somewhere to apply for postdoc position, or some of them might be interested in apply jobs in the industry. So during those activities, students get a better sense on how their future would be. So the retreat is sort of a casual way to gather the faculty member and students together. They will talk to each other and also exchange ideas. So it's not only emphasized on their scientific achievement, but also, the personal interactions. So we are very happy students all feel positive about this activity. But another thing special for this program is everything was organized by students. Of course, we have faculty members sitting in a committee, but majority of the work, starting from designing the day, designing the venue, gathering all the talks, arranges scientific program, also invites people from either academic or industry to give talks. Everything was run by students. Then, at the end, everybody enjoyed this kind of activity and will continue support for that. So this is just one of the slides I got from our website. So we hope if students are interested in genome and systems biology field, and you would like to, looking at the big data and want to get your hands on data analysis, molecular modeling, and or you look at our faculty lineup. So one thing I forgot to mention is this program is co-hosted by National Taiwan University and Academia Sinica. So our faculty members are also from both institutions. So if you are interested in working in this area, I would recommend everybody to look at our website and look at our a list of faculty members and what specific area they are interested in. And the same as other programs, I would like to encourage everybody to, contact us, contact the faculty member you would like to work with, and talk about the possible directions and how you might be able to prepare for your application. I think in that way you get better idea about how you work on your personal statement, study plans, and also necessary documents. And with that, I'll welcome everybody apply our program and join us. Hope to see you next fall. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Professor Ding. And now I think we could see what questions so far we have. I think the first one, Hakona is asking what is the average number of years PhD students should take to graduate from the program?
It's a year about 5, average 5.
Yeah, I think the number is so number varies from student to students, but I think the every year for graduate school is between 5 to 6 years. So one thing these days limits or restricts student graduate from the program, from every program in biology, but normally is their publication. So some programs do require paper to be accepted, but our program, we decide not to put this restriction, but students are highly recommend to finish their thesis work and send to journal to be published. But the acceptance is not a requirement for graduation. So usually students can complete their thesis work, and then if their committee agree with their thesis, then student can graduate. So on average, I think it's like somewhere between 5 to 6.
Okay. So about second questions, what are some international institution connections or seminars students will be able to encounter with while studying with the program? I heard that the students are welcome to nominate the instructors or the guest speakers, right? So, and about other international institutions connections,
Other language, right?
Yeah.
This is one. Use it urban.
Yeah. So I think this question is not that clear to us, but I'll try to maybe address, in a couple of directions. One thing is at National Taiwan University, we have a variety of opportunity for students to do exchange program. So even for at a PhD stage. So we have government funding and also institutional funds for students to do that. And all graduate students in our college are encouraged to apply for funding to attend international conferences. Although during this year, most conferences are online, but in the normal days, we would like to encourage student participants submit their work to international conference. Then we'll support part of their travel to fly out of Taiwan and attend those conferences. Specifically, if faculty member has connections with other institutions, then sometimes students get chance to visit other institutions during their graduate year. And of course, when we invite international speakers to our institution, students will have like a special gathering sections with the speaker. And during that time, students usually can interact with them about their work and also, talk in more depth. I hope we answer this question.
Okay. So another questions from Hakuna is asking details about financial support for students, like the scholarships available.
Okay.
So yeah, I believe we have plenty of scholarships for international students. For details, you can go to our website of Office of International Affairs. And maybe like the eligibility criteria, maybe some students will concern if they don't have related background in this field, maybe like data analysis or something like this. Will the program require or suggest the students to get pre-study or like in this field?
Okay, so I think the first part about the scholarship, as we just heard, we do have scholarship for students. And in this program, every student are supported by either by the program office or by our faculty members. So this will be, the same for both PhD student and master student. So you can contact our office to know the scholarship. Students are also eligible to apply other international scholarship within NTU or in Taiwan. So that's something, as we just hear, you can look at up our OIA website to talk about like scholarships. Then for let's see. Okay, the qualification of application or the background. So because this program encourage interdisciplinary research. So we do have students from biology, computer science, even mathematics. And of course, during undergraduate training, a lot of students only focus the course curriculum within their department. For example, if one student graduates from math department, he or she might not have sufficient biology background. So this is why we provide a core course. During the core course, we ask our faculty members try to give basic general background, assuming students haven't learned a lot in this field, then give those background to ensure student will, have, at least some entry point. So if students want to learn by themselves, are highly encouraged. So if you already decide to apply our program, actually there's a lot of online courses these days in genomics, bioinformatics, or even modeling. So student, or if you want to be prepared, some computational skill will be excellent as well. So those are not required because we will, ask our faculty member provide some general information. But if you have time to learn a little bit more interdisciplinary research and you want to get more to know genomics or more modeling, you are encouraged to do so, but it's not absolutely required.
Okay, yes, I think we have answered to these questions. And maybe this will be the end of the questions for now. So do the professors will like to add more features or some comments?
Yeah, maybe Professor Zhu can give a few suggestions to the students.
Just about the financial issue.
Mhm.
Actually, for the local students, we guaranteed about 24, I think it's 24,000 US NT dollars per month for the stipend. That's for the PhD students, but for the master students, we also guarantee at least 8,000 NT dollars. But of course, the international for the international students, our NTU also provide the extra funding for the international students. So that's probably this will be better, much better than our program offers. That's the others.
So yes, apparently we can see there are lots of scholarship opportunities as well as a lot of resources at NTU. So feel free to, if you have further questions, feel free to email us. And this will be the end for this program introduction. And we will see you at the next part of this session. Bye.
Bye-bye.